Hey ladies, what is going on? How are y'all? This is Naba, and I'm already laughing because I ran across this story just scrolling through these YouTube streets, and I wanted to do a story time with y'all and listen to it with y'all. I didn't listen to the whole story. I don't even know if I'm halfway through, but I wanted to do commentary on it. So let's just watch this story together, and I will be in and out.
My husband booked a cruise to Greece with his side piece and lied to me that he's going on business, and this is what I did.
Already. This is why you don't post pictures online, whether you're married or dating. This is why you don't, my man, my man, my man. Never do that. This is why you just stay calm, cool, and collected anytime you are speaking to or dating a male.
Story time. So my husband had been seeing this girl for a while. I knew about it. This whole time he was seeing this girl, that when I found out that he was seeing this girl, I pretended to go to the doctor and have issues where I can't have sex for a while. So knowing that I can't have sex, and he's naive to what I told him, I was protecting myself from any unexpected STDs. So he booked this trip to go to Greece. So he's supposed to, story back up. He told me he has a business trip, and he has to fly to another state for that business trip. So I didn't say anything to him. I wasn't sure if he was lying because he does go on business trip out of state. But he tells me he's not just out of state, he's going out of state for this business trip, and then he has to go overseas for the other part with his business partners. I was like, I'm used to him doing that as well, going overseas. So I'm like, okay. I didn't say anything, but I was suspicious because I knew he was cheating. So I went. While he was out, I logged in and I checked his itinerary. I've never done that before, and he never expected me to do that because it's not something that I would do. And I never told him that I was suspicious of him, of cheating or anything. So he decided to go on this trip. I went and I checked his itinerary. When I checked his itinerary, it said that he's flying to this state and then he's getting on a boat and he's going to Greece. He's going to Greece. I've never been. I've traveled a lot, but I've never been. So I was like, okay, you're going to Greece? So am I. But I'm not going on a boat. So anyhow, I called my bestie. And I said, girl, this is what's happening.
Ladies, this is why you need to form relationships and bonds with women. You need women. Women need women. And obviously, men need women. Women don't need men. Men need women. And this is why women need women. Moral support, somebody to go on vacation with in times like this. And this is also why you need a man that has money, just in case he does cheat on you. He can fund your trip or fund whatever you need to accomplish.
I tell her the deed, and she was like, so what you gonna do? I said, well, if he's going on vacation to Greece with his girlfriend, I need a Greece vacation too. So she's like, are you gonna go on the boat? And I'm like, no, I'm gonna take a plane. I don't want to travel on a boat to go to Greece. I want to go to Greece and enjoy that whole week. He said he's going to be away for 8 days, and I was like, okay, baby, I'll see you in 8 days. So I went ahead, and we have certain credit cards that we don't use unless it's like dire emergencies. Those are for like emergency. So we don't, because we leave those in the house, we never take those out with us. We don't have set up for notification that the card has been used or whatever. So I use that card, and I book me a first class ticket to Greece in the same one of the resort that he will be stopping at, an all-inclusive resort. And I went there and I stayed there, right? So no, I booked that. So when he left, so on day 2 after he left, that's when my flight leaves, right? So I'm still communicating. He calls, he checks in, blah blah blah, and I check in and I'm fine and blah blah blah, this and that. So while he's on the boat, and certain times he can't make any phone calls, but he's telling me it's because he's in meetings. So I'm like, okay, baby, do what you got to do, make that money, honey. So I booked this trip for me and my girlfriend, paid in full by him, that he don't know. And we went on a little shopping spree because we have to get our demure outfits together for Greece. Because Greece is not just hopping on the island, you need to look the part. So we bought our outfits on said credit card, and we booked our flight to Greece. 2 days after he left, I guess he was on the water going, we flew to Greece and got there, right? So we're in Greece, enjoying everything of Greece. So mind you, I didn't bring a credit card. I took cash from where we keep our cash, or his cash. And we were spending mostly cash. And yes, we used some credit cards, but it was credit card that he wouldn't see the charges. And I'm there and we're enjoying ourselves, child. Everything from the high end, everything, and we're doing high end luxury shopping. We're doing all the excursion, all the things. So I guess he was supposed to get there on for because that was their last stop, so they were gonna be there for 24 hours. Wow, we already there for days, enjoying myself. And I'm enjoying life. When he calls, I answer because my phone still works in Greece because we pay the bill. And when he calls, I answer. And sometimes when he's talking to me, like, I can't hear you, I can't hear. So I make it sound like it's on his part why I can't hear him. But, so we spent our whole time, me and my girlfriend. We had so much fun. That all inclusive was so much fun. Luxury to the highest, right? So on day two, on the last 2 days, he got there. Because I guess they're both stopped in different countries on the way there. He got there and he, I wasn't hiding. Neither was my friend. So we're at breakfast. We're at breakfast. And who do we see scrolling? My husband. That beautiful man walking with a nice, beautiful girl on his arm. They're both color coordinated outfit, her bathing suit and her cover up, like a little dress thing that she could come into the dining room in. And he's all dressed up in his little shorts and his shirt unbuttoned and he has a little hat, fedora. I'm like, don't they look cute together? So I sat there. I didn't go over to them. And I had my breakfast. And they came in and they sat there and they eat and they smooch and they whatever. They didn't see us. And then they left. And then while he was there, I took a picture of both of them. And I called him and I was like, are you okay? Are you in your meetings? And he's like, yeah, we're swamped over here trying to make this deal, blah, blah, blah. So I sent him the picture. And I said, you look cute. And he's like, what? Where you get this from? What? And then I'm like, don't worry about it, baby. You're okay.
Ladies, this is how I need you to take notes. Do not act a plumb fool with that other woman. She may not know he's married. Even if she did know he was married, do not act a fool with her. Don't act a fool with him. Be very calm. Be very courteous. Be very cutesy. Very demure. Dude, this lady is leading by example. She's leading the way. This is how you do it. So far, so good. She got the cash. She got a vacation. She's being ladylike. They always say that black women don't act like ladies. We're so masculine. So let's show them how to act like ladies. Okay?
Yeah, she looks good too. It's all right. And he tried to call me back. I didn't respond. So now they're at the pool hanging out. And I went out there, me and my friend. And we got in the pool and there was a swim up bar and they were sitting there and we just scoot up right next to them and we ordered drinks and this man turned around and looked at me and I looked at him and he looked at me and I looked at him and she looked at me and I looked at her and he was like stuttering, like can't speak. I'm like, oh hi, nice to meet you here. You come here a lot? And I just turn around with my friend and we just keep having our drinks and whatever. Now he's holding on to my hand to leave the bar, the swim up bar, to go talk. I'm like, I'm having fun. You go over there, you have fun. Girl, get your man. Go have fun. I'm sure you want to know what happened next. Ask for part 2 and you'll know. It gets better.
At this point, if the side chick didn't know that he was married or anything, if you're the side chick and you're listening to this, if you're finding out that you're a side chick and you didn't know that a man was married, ladies, I suggest you just go talk to the wife, go talk to her friend, explain everything, and become friends with them. Become friends with them. This is how more and more women are going 4B. This is how more and more men are joining the male loneliness epidemic. Yeah, they don't know why men are so lonely. Men want to keep getting married and keep doing this instead of just staying single and doing this until they die. They're not even going to be able to do that anymore because women are sick of their shit. So let's get into the second part.
So nosy. So he's trying his hardest to talk to me at the bar and I'm like, this is what he's getting, like the whole that calm, happy, go lucky girl type of situation. I wasn't stressed that you cheated. I wasn't stressed that you decided to take your side piece on a luxury vacation. I wasn't stressed. Me and this man has no kids together. One. So I wasn't stressed. So anyway, we were sitting there and he's still trying to get to me and whatever. So I had booked an excursion that day to go do a photo shoot. So I got up and me and my friend, we left the bar and he's trying to follow us and he forgot about this poor girl. Like she's sitting there by herself, don't know what to do. She don't know if she going back on a boat, a plane, a train, a car, or she gonna fly or she gonna morph back to the United States. So I got out of the pool. Me and my friend walked and he walked out and he grabbed me. Not grabbed me like aggressively grabbed me, but he's like, can you please let us talk? Let us talk. Let us talk. I'm like, baby, we'll talk when we are on US soil. I don't think you want to talk in another country right now. We'll talk when we get home. I'm gonna go do what I came here to do. You go do what, get all the fun you want to have. You brought her here. I'm sure you paid her well, or you spent a lot. Get your money's worth, baby. Get your money's worth. We'll talk later. And he would not leave me alone. So I'm walking into the lobby, and he's still walking behind me, fussing and stuff. And I looked at the security, and the security looked at me and was like, you need help? And I'm like, yeah, this man is bothering me. I don't know him and he's bothering me. And he's like, no, she's my wife. I said, I do not know him. Do you see me wearing a ring? I don't have a ring. I'm not married. I don't know this man. Could you have him leave me alone? So we went, he talked to him and tell him you can't, whatever. So I went to the room and we changed and we grabbed our stuff to bring our clothes because we have like some dresses that we want to switch out. And we went to the shuttle came and picked us up and we went to our location and we did our photo shoot and it was bomb. We did our photo shoot. After we did our photo shoot, we came back to the hotel and we got dressed for dinner. When we went to dinner, I was looking to see him, but there's multiple restaurants, so he could have been at anyone. But he was blowing up my phone. At this point, I turned my phone off and left it in the hotel room because I didn't need it no more. He knew where I was, and I knew where he was, and that was that. So we went to dinner, had our dinner, and they had a little party thing, and we enjoyed, and we want to step, and we got lit, and we enjoyed ourselves. My friend is my ride or die, and she do whatever I'm down for. And we had our fun and whatever. And we went back to our room and we slept. And he keeps calling. Nothing. Now, their boat leaves the next day, so they got to get out of the hotel and go back on that boat. That man came to the front desk, tried to find me, whatever. I don't know how he did, but for some reason we ran into each other. I came down to the desk and we not ran into each other, but he was trying to find me and they called me and I came down. So I was like, you need to leave me alone and we'll talk about this when we get home. You don't want this in the streets. You do not want this in the street. I'm here to enjoy myself. I'll see you in a couple of days. So long story short, he left with the girl because he was like, no, I'm not going back on that boat. I'll get my stuff and I'll fly back with you. I'm like, no, you're not. If you don't want to be arrested in this country with me screaming bloody murder, you better go take that girl home. You took her here. You're not leaving her stranded. And you're not letting her go back on the boat by herself.
This right here is how women need to treat other women, especially women that did not know about you. At this point, she doesn't know if this woman knows about her or not, but especially women that did not know. And they had the decency to come to you and tell you, if they have the decency and come to you and tell you, I did not know, I'm so sorry, I will cut him off. Be good to women. Be good to yourself. She's being good to herself and to this woman at the same time. And she's being good to him right now. He just doesn't know that he should get out of her face, but she's being really nice and really good. This woman is not her competition. This man is her enemy. That woman is not her enemy. Well, she may be her enemy if she knows about her, but she's not her competition.
As I thought you were, and you're going to take this girl back on the boat, and I'm sure she knew you were married. So
okay. Even if the woman knew that you were married, ladies. Do not act a fool with this woman. This woman did not commit herself to you. I know y'all are all on this girl code, whatever, but this woman made no promises to you. He made promises to you. He made a vow to you. So either way, just be very cordial. Protect your peace. Do what you need to do. She planned this. She was planning on what she was going to do before this trip. But by when she went to the doctor, she already knew. She was setting things in motion then. Believe me, this woman had a plan in her mind from the moment she found out what she was going to do. And that's why she's so calm. She's executing her plan. And I guarantee you that she's going to get everything that she wants in this divorce. And then just move on with her life. She's not going to cause him no drama. They don't have any kids. Even if they had kids, this woman is doing it the way that I think women should start doing it.
To her. So go enjoy the rest of your time and your long ride back to the United States. I'll see you when I see you. And it's like, when are you leaving this? No, no, baby. No, I'll see you when I see you. I know where you live. I know where you live. I'll come see you, okay? Or you come see me, whichever one of us get there first. So anyhow, I had another day there. So I had two, it was like that day and then the other day and then a day later we flew out. So we flew back to my friend and I, we flew back to the US. We had a blast, y'all. I've never had a vacation like that. I've had vacation, but that vacation was filled with all kind of things. Trust me, I can't even speak on it. So we went back to the US and whatever time it took for him to come home, he came home. And he came home hollering, bawling, carrying on, whatever. And he came home to me being in the house just the same way he always leave me in the house and go do what he got to do. He came back. I was working in my office and he came, knocked on the door. Can he talk? I'm like, I'll talk to you when I'm done working. I'm not going to stop working just to come talk to you. You don't do that. So I finished up my online work and I came out and was like, can I help you? And he's like, don't talk to me like I'm a nobody, like you don't know me. We're husband and wife. I said, are we now? Are we? And he's like, yeah, I made a mistake and blah, blah. I said, honey, you've had this mistake going on for months. Why didn't you say nothing? Why should I be the one to say something? I should tell you not to cheat. All you got to do is tell me you wanted to go somewhere else. You wanted to leave. You wanted us to be over with. I would have been fine with it. Because one thing with me, I'm not going to hold on to something that doesn't belong to me. Oh, I don't like how you're taking this easy. You're probably cheating. I said, no.
So the first thing they're always going to do is accuse you of cheating. No matter if you did or not, no matter if you act a fool or not, you're going to get accused of cheating. And a lot of y'all are probably going to disagree with me when I say that when she said, I don't like holding on to anything that doesn't belong to me. I don't think men belong to women even when you are married. I don't think women belong to men when you are married. That's why I have a problem when I hear people say, my person, I can't wait to find my person or my soulmate. You can't own a person. And the fact that people cheat left and right and do what they want to do with their bodies anytime they want to do it, and people can get divorced when they want to, it just lets you know you can't own a person. People are going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. This man has, and millions of other people have done it. So you don't have a person. Women need to stop saying that. It's delusional. They can appear to be yours. You can appear to be theirs, and they will still be doing this.
I'm just happy I found out the time I did. And thank you for that vacation. So what do you mean? Oh, I booked that vacation on your dime, honey. You think I was going to not book it on your dime when you're taking somebody else on a trip? Furthermore, I came back and before I left for this trip, I filed for divorce. So you'll be all right. You could be a free agent and you could do whatever you want. I said, no, I want to be with you. Blah.
And they do, ladies. They want to be with you. They want their cake. They want to eat it too. They want a wife that is at home cooking, cleaning.
18 years. You've been cooking, cleaning, having sex with him when he wanted. Was it good?
No.
Major deduction.
Doing all of the wifely duties. and then they want a side piece that they can go do the things that you don't want to do or that you won't do. So she's fulfilling a need that maybe his wife isn't. And even sometimes, even if the wife is doing everything she needs to do, they're still going to go find somebody that they think looks better or is younger or will give them head or let them do anal or just anything that you're not doing. They feel like they have to have somebody to fulfill that need, because God forbid that they're not getting a need met. Like, God forbid that. So in their minds, no, why get a divorce when you can just find somebody else to do it? And that's okay.
So he went from begging to now being aggressively, nasty with his mouth. Like, oh, well, this is my house and you're not taking anything and blah, 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 and this and that and whatever. And I'm
9 times out of 10, whether they cheat or not, this is how they're going to feel if they're paying most of the bills or all of the bills. And ladies, y'all should be worrying about yourself before that point, so you won't be homeless, especially if you have kids. Never just think that this won't happen to you, because I'm sure this woman didn't. I'm sure the billions of women that it happened to didn't. I'm sure they loved their husbands. I'm sure their husbands were handsome and perfect and businessmen. And that is when they cheat the most. Most of the time, not even just males, women too. Like, people cheat the most when they're at work, especially men who have quote unquote business trips where they're flying state to state or global, because they think that their wife will never find out, because especially if they're messing with somebody in a different country. But these men are dumb anyway. Like, obviously she found out some kind of way. I don't know if she's gonna let us know how she found out. I purposely left the name of her channel in the video so y'all can ask her how she found out. But yeah, let's finish up.
okay. I'm like, okay. And he's like, okay. I'm like, yeah, okay. So we went through the divorce process. Time went by, we went through the divorce process. They asked me, do you need anything? I said, the only thing I need is what's supposed to be mine. I don't want nothing else that wasn't mine before or wasn't given to me. And he's like, what do you mean? I said, well, that car in the driveway that you said not to take, honey, that was a gift. You bought that as a gift to me. That's not a property that you own. And thank you for buying that cash. Thank you. I love you so much for that. Yeah, that car is mine. And this mortgage, my name is half on this deed. So it's either you're going to buy me out, because I'm not leaving. So either you're going to buy me out or something else, because I'm not leaving and you got to go. And it's like, no, the house is mine, blah, blah, blah. I said, you want the house? Okay, buy me out. Buy me out. And it's like, oh, well, there's nothing. Well, you could have half the house and you could have your car and whatever clothes and stuff you have in the house, but everything else is mine. I said, everything else like what? Oh, the bank accounts and blah, 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 other than your private bank account, whatever, it's mine and whatever. I said, when we got married, we signed a prenup, right? Yeah, we signed a prenup, so you're not supposed to get anything. I said,
Okay, listen to me now. If you do not sign a prenup in certain states, you need to look this up now if you care about it. Certain states, no matter if you signed a prenup or not, no matter if it's in your name or not, whatever that was acquired during your marriage is community property, and you have to split it down the middle. So if you have a house that you bought or he bought and your name isn't on the mortgage for some reason, or a car or your bank account that he's been saving since you've been married, in some states it is communal property and lawyers will get access to all of that, and you will still have to split it down the middle. And if he tries to take his money out of the bank, they can tell when they go to seize his account, and he will be responsible for giving you that half because it was acquired during the marriage. And as their Bible says, you are one when you become married. So communal property applies in certain states.
One clause in the prenup, it says what? If I have full evidence of you cheating, I get 70% of everything, because you told me you would never cheat on me.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
That was your words. You would never cheat on me. And to prove it to me, you said 70% of everything you own. And then in the prenup, you forgot. And baby, I got all the evidence. Thank you very much. I got the itineraries. I got all the pictures from your dinners and your hotel charges with your girlfriend.
Remember, ladies, that men are changing laws to make it harder for you to have evidence. If he's cheating on you, you can't go through his phone or his emails or his anything, text messages or anything like that, or you may be held as a criminal and you may actually get charged for going through his stuff. I forgot what the law was about. I'll probably post it right here somewhere if I remember. It is a law that they are trying to pass to make it harder for women to get out of relationships with men who are cheating. So be like this woman and do get pictures, get of them kissing, get itineraries, get surveillance from restaurants. Well, you probably can't get surveillance from restaurants, but you'll just have to be your own PI unless you got enough money to hire one. She probably could have hired one with his money if she wanted to, but just get creative. Just get very feminine, very fancy, very demure.
I got everything and your whole cruise with your girlfriend. Yeah. So guess what? 70% of everything is mine. So you could take your little 30% and go share it with your bitch because I won.
Have y'all heard the news? Checkmate, you guys. Checkmate.
So that is the end of the story, ladies. It is very likely that his side chick probably isn't going to want him anymore because most of the time the side chick is getting to have the fun part. She's just getting to go on vacations, getting the gifts, getting the sex, and he's going home. She doesn't have to cook for him. She doesn't have to clean for him. She doesn't have to do anything that she doesn't want to do for him. And the wife is doing all of the like slave labor and all of the child rearing and all of that. Y'all look down on side chicks, but they're actually getting the better part of the male that you decided to keep in the home. And she decided to not keep him in the home and just get the stuff that he has to offer. So this relationship probably won't work out anymore because he's probably going to be mad at her because he's going to blame her for breaking up his marriage. And it's just not going to be exciting anymore. They're not sneaking around anymore. It's just both of them will probably lose the excitement. And yeah, it's just not going to go well. Get down in the comments and let me know if you saw this story. What did you think? Yeah, this is like a typical story, but she was smart and she got the prenup and she's walking away with more than half. She's walking away with 70%. So yeah, I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.